gospod Nikica Gardijan, ki prihaja iz Univerze iz Zadra in bo govoril o uporabi umetne inteligence, kako ta koristi zaposlenim v knjižničarstvu, torej knjižničarjem in knjižničarkam, in pa kako se z njo rokujejo uporabniki v knjižnici. Naslov predavanja pa gre tako. Predaval bo v angleškem jeziku, naslov pa je Let's shape future together, use of artificial intelligence tools for librarians and library user education. You can come, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear attendees, good morning. First of all, I would like to thank you for choosing to attend this session and for coming in a such large number. Also, I am really deeply honored that I have the possibility to speak after a distinguished Professor Ivan Bratko, and I hope that I will keep up to his standards. My name is Nikica Gardijan, and I am Senior Librarian at University of Zadar Research Library, and my primary field of interest is information literacy among university students. Today, I would like to talk to you about one subject that I think it's really interesting, which is use of AI tools for librarians and library user education. So before we start, I have a tendency to walk around a little bit, so it will be maybe hard to catch me, but we have this overhead microphone that makes things easier. First of all, I will try to provide you with a very brief theoretical introduction, and after that we will see some results of a study that I have conducted earlier this year, and then we will try together to find some practical solutions for implementing AI tools in librarians and library users education. Now we, as I said before, had the honor that Professor Bratko has displayed us some foundations of generative AI, and therefore my introduction will really be brief. As I said before, when we say AI, what do we think when we say AI? We think mostly about generative artificial intelligence, or this type of generative artificial intelligence that has emerged in the last few years, because artificial intelligence as itself has been around for decades, and we are using it for decades. For example, air traffic would be much more insecure without AI tools that are used in directing planes to airports in foggy conditions or something like that. Now, as I said, now AI tools are not new in a sense that they are new in total, but they are new when we speak about generative AI. Why is it so popular? Why did ChatGPT, in most cases, but now we have other AI-enhanced tools, generative AI-enhanced tools, have taken the world by storm? We had some kind of AI tools even before. The thing is, generative AI tools have the possibility to mimic human responses, respond in real time, and have the possibility to give us or to provide us relatively plausible answers. Where it can be used, as we saw from the presentation that Professor Bratko already had, AI tools can be used almost, or not almost, but in every field of science and human work. Later on, we will say something about AI use in different fields of science and human activities in order to draw a line with libraries. And when we speak about AI, we sometimes dwell in the realm of popular science, because the AI is a very, very precious field for futurists and for some kinds of predictions that don't have any or have a little scientific background, but they are also interesting to be addressed. And now we will do just that, not because we want to put some predictions that we don't know that will be true, but in order to put context in a situation and at the point where we are now. Now, when speaking about AI or generative AI, sometimes people or scientists or popular authors refer to the fact that there would be point of no return. Point of no return is mostly used in transportational sciences, but in this regard, it is a prediction made by Ray Kurzweil, futurist, who has predicted and extrapolated computational power data, and his prediction is that mouse, or in Slovenian Miško, brain power will be surpassed, or it is surpassed in 2015. Human, as in human knowledge, as when a person is looked as an individual, will be surpassed in 2029. And the occurrence that Kurzweil refers to as singularity will be reached by 2049. Singularity, to put it in the most easy to comprehend words, is a point where computers or generative AI and humans will merge, and humans as a race will be surpassed by artificial intelligence. But is it really so? Is that the fact? Or are facing a grim perspective? According to futurists, AI tools are trained on a massive amount of data. We know that. There are millions of dollars invested in their development, and still are invested, because AI or Gen AI tools are primarily business, and AI is commodity. Gen AI tools, as unlike humans, are always at our disposal. They are if everything works well and there is electricity, they are never tired. They don't go to vacation. No, they don't have a sick leave. Even the best of us are becoming obsolete. So what we are doing here, in this room at this Congress, with when there is a perspective that we will be surpassed in, I don't know, 25 years, and that mouse brain power is already surpassed, and that our perspective, looking in general, is a catastrophe. Now, the current state and the real state of AI development is following. Today's AI tools, or generative AI tools, are human-centered, meaning that AI of today, Gen AI, is heavily relied on human. Now, the future, where the futurism and techno-optimism is going, is in a way that human will be on the loop of the AI, and with a time, human will be out of the loop. That is the thing that Professor Bratko was talking about, that is a general artificial intelligence. Here we can see an interesting illustration made by Hans Moravec, Austrian computer scientist, who has illustrated AI tide rising. And here we can see that this AI tide is pretty far away from the activities that make human race the most advanced. So as we were saying before, here when we see that here is art, cinematography, book writing, science, design, programming, we have here from this illustration is obvious that generative AI still doesn't have, and for a time being can't have, as Professor Vratko said, možnost sklepanja. Now, but when we are speaking about AI or generative AI, and when we are reading scientific articles, we can see that generative AI has taken the world by storm, as I said. Scientists and practitioners from all fields of science are trying to utilize AI into improving their field of work. For example, engineers are using AI in order to improve processes in manufacturing some parts. Economists are using it to try to make better prediction models. In medicine, it is used for distant medicine service and etc. But the question that we need to pose ourselves is, what does AI has to do with libraries? Is it something that we should be interested in? Or is it something that is a one-day wonder and it will go as it is came? And do we need to make or undertake certain steps to go with AI in the future? And do we need to integrate it in our services? Now, when people are speaking about AI, and when colleagues from other scientific fields and practitioners from other fields, because I'm a practitioner, speak about AI, they use words like data, information, search process, knowledge, information behavior, and etc. These words are in the core of our profession. We, as librarians, are information experts. And generative AI, in its most simple sense, is a tool that provides us with an information. So, librarians are information experts, and in that order, librarians need to be equal stakeholders in their institutions when it comes to use of AI. When I say equal stakeholders, by that I mean that they will participate equally in every type of library when it comes to use of AI in improving library services or in teaching AI tools use to our users. In school, as a part of a larger community in public libraries, and at universities. Meaning that librarians will partake in formal and informal learning setting. Now, in order to take part in taking to be taken into consideration when stakeholders are speaking about AI, the first precondition is to be adequately acquainted with generative AI tools. We cannot be perceived as serious if we don't possess knowledge about the subject that we want to talk about. Librarians AI education. Why it is important? Why is important for librarians to be acquainted with AI tools? Even though we won't improve car manufacturing, we won't send some kind of a space probe to the moon or something like that. But why we need to be acquainted with it? First off, to gain understanding what's behind AI. First step into understanding AI is to have certain level of theoretical knowledge what's behind AI. What are large language models? What is explainable AI? What is, as Professor Bratko said, črna škatla or black box? We need to gain understanding what stands behind AI in order to make it understandable to us, to use it properly, and what is also at the same level of importance, or even maybe the most important for the librarians who will, after they're getting acquainted with AI tools, continue to conduct workshops and lectures for their library users, to be able to provide knowledge that we have acquired to our users. Understanding leads to development of positive attitude. When you understand something, it is far better chance that you will develop positive attitudes toward it. If a person doesn't develop a positive attitude, which is not a must, it will be informed enough to make informed decision about something. And of course, to ensure proper use. We need to ensure proper use of Gen AI tools among librarians in order that librarians who will then conduct workshops, lectures, and etc. for our library users will be able to train our users to use AI tools properly. Now, earlier this year, in order to participate at a Liber conference in Cyprus, I have conducted a study among 6 university libraries and 2 national libraries. As you can see, in Slovenia, we had Nacionalna in univerzitetna knjižnica, University of Maribor Library, and University of Primorska Library. And in Croatia, we have conducted research at University of Zadar Library, University of Zagreb, National Library in Zagreb, and at library at University of Osijek. A total of 115 respondents have taken part in this research. They were all academic librarians, out of whom there were 62 Slovenian colleagues and 53 Croatian colleagues. Overall attitude towards AI use in libraries and improving library services was 3.91 on a 5-point Likert scale for Croatian, and there was a significant positive difference in favor of Slovenian librarians with 4.15. So this result means that Slovenian librarians have significantly better attitudes towards AI use in libraries than Croatian librarians. Congratulations. Bravo. Now, when we go to the items analysis, I pointed just a few. There is 27 items in the whole survey, and everybody who would like to get in deep results or to have a complete analysis of results can reach out after the lecture, and we will exchange contacts, and I will send it to them. But it is interesting that Slovenian librarians have strongly agreed that AI tools can be used in enhancing library services, that is necessary to include AI tools teaching in user education programs. 4.35 out of 5 on a 5-point Likert scale, meaning strongly agree. Time and resources should be invested in AI training for librarians. Again, 4.35 out of 5, which is a great result. And AI tools will alter the role of librarians. AI tools will alter the role of librarians. Slovenian colleagues have agreed. Not strongly agreed, but agreed. Now, the thing is, as it was case with Google, and as it was case with, is it case with any big technological advancement that reflects on libraries, it has the possibility to alter the ways in which we will conduct our work. The nature of our job is changing, but our job as librarians, as information mediators, as information experts doesn't change. We are still in that position that we will mediate between information and our user. In my case, or in case of those who are working at university libraries, between students. And from my experience, students, no matter how they think that they are acquainted with information sources, or how good they are in their search qualifications, and etc., they always need help, and they always need to be steered in the right direction. Of course, AI tools have the possibility to alter the ways in which students are searching, looking, evaluating, and using the information, but they are still having an information process that they need to conduct, and we as librarians are the ones who are at least should guide them through their process. And that's the thing, in my opinion, that won't change very, very soon. Now, when we are speaking about librarians' AI education, we need to have a bit of hands-on approach. At this slide, I would like to show you some pointers how we will educate librarians. First of all, and which is very, very important, everything is important, but this is of utmost importance, we need to find suitable lecturer. The person who is organizing AI education for librarians is required to find suitable lecturer. Why? Because some lecturers are too technologically inclined. Some lecturers are great scientists, but not so good when it comes to lecturing. Some lecturers are great, but they don't have enough theoretical foundation. So in libraries, we know that things don't happen quickly. Take your time and find suitable lecturer. Design workshop, course, or something else alongside with a lecturer, a person who is in charge of AI in AI education organizing in libraries should design workshop or course together. Why? Because lecturers tend to, or you don't know if they do it on purpose, but maybe they will put emphasis on something that is not of such importance to librarians. For example, some theoretical part, and then they will neglect some part that will be of much more, that could be of much more interest to librarians. So when arranging that kind of course, it would be good to for a librarian and a lecturer to sit together and tailor a course according to the audience, according to the librarians that they are speaking about. For example, it won't be the same course for primary school librarians or a course for university school librarians, all employed at medical university library. When it comes to librarians' AI education, I personally advocate two-phase approach, meaning that in the first phase, or maybe in the first part of our workshop and lecture, we will gain these theoretical fundamentals that are needed for our fundamental understanding of AI. After that, I suggest that we take a hands-on approach, take our computer, laptops, cell phones, or whatever, and do the prompt inputs into some tools, and then see what we will get, the results we will get, the search modifications, and etc. Include all employees. Maybe even make it obligatory. Everybody has something to put into our discussion. As more people, there will be more ideas. Somebody will embrace AI, somebody will be at that workshop and never turn on ChatGPT or some other tool again, but ensure that all employees are a part of these courses. Also, ensure feedback. Ensure feedback in order to improve future workshops. Anonymous feedback is one of the best things when it comes to suggestions that will improve our future work. If you have anonymous feedback that said to you, okay, this workshop held by Nikica Gardijan was boring, then you will deeply consider replacing Nikica Gardijan, or tell him, could you be more interesting a little bit next time? So the feedback is really, really important. Provide advanced training, of course, in order to make to start constructing in-library knowledge of AI, which is very, very important. That we will mention this again in our conclusion. To provide to build in-library knowledge on AI, we need to provide advanced training. Of course, advanced training is for those librarians who will, at one point, by themselves will become lecturers, or they will lead the workshops on AI by themselves. Form an in-library AI team. Of course, in-library AI team cannot be formed in a library which has one employee, but when you have the possibility to form in-library AI team, it would be out of the best interest for the institution, especially for large libraries like national libraries and like university libraries. Importance of forming in-library teams we will stress later, but try to remember this. And when we have done all this, will all librarians who attended this training embrace AI tools and say that they can't imagine their life without them? No, of course not. That is not our goal. The goal of AI training in libraries and the goal of AI training for library users is not to make all of them embrace AI tools and make them their bread and butter, but the goal is to for all participants to gain sufficient knowledge to make an informed decision about using AI, knowing its upsides and its drawbacks, and to be adequately equipped with knowledge, to put it that way, to equally participate in discussion about AI when it comes to that discussion, especially with library patrons and other stakeholders. Now, library user AI education. Who and why? I strongly advocate the fact that librarian is an educator. And I will do that for the rest of my professional career and life in general. Librarian is an educator. And AI tools have provided us with an exciting opportunity and challenge to test our skills at the market. Because now, nowadays, as you can see from everybody who surfs the web or goes to have a social networks like Facebook and etc., can see adverts on prompt engineering courses, how to use ChatGPT at work, how to use ChatGPT ethically, how to get up to speed with ChatGPT. All these courses are, of course, needs to be, you're required to pay to take part in this course, and these courses are having a strong utilitarianism note in themselves. They are inclined to the result, how to get the result. You will rarely came up on the course that it will be needed to be paid, and where you will get understanding of AI tools in general, and where it will be how to put it, a bit more pedagogical approach. What are our advantages as librarians in this market? Game, as we call it in Croatia, tržišna utakmica. What is our advantage, our main advantage? To use economical term, we offer more comprehensive service. And in the continuation of our presentation and our talk, you will see why my opinion, and which is backed with some authors also, is that librarians offer more comprehensive service when it comes to teaching skills of searching, evaluating, and use of informations. Library user AI education. How? First of all, we need to know our audience. We won't tailor the same or use the same lecture, workshop, or something else for primary school pupils and for students who are sophomores at electrical engineering faculty. Advertise. We need to inform community in which we work in or which we are part of, that we, and in librarians are conducting these kinds of courses, especially when it comes to universities. Students are often willing to participate in a certain course, but they are not informed enough. Courses held at university are not its purpose for itself. The purpose of every course that is organized in library is to be of use to its service. So maybe advertise its a bit heavy word in meaning that we need to advertise as we are selling some product. No, but we need to properly inform our targeted audience what is going on, where is going on, and why it's important for them to take part in it. We need to tailor custom-made lectures to get to know our audience, and from knowing our audience, made custom-made lectures. One thing that I have noticed in a few lectures, people do tend to slip their mind. There is a need to use free versions of AI tools. Not every user has the possibility to pay, for example, 20 euros a month to use ChatGPT for Omni. And that's also one form of digital divide. We have users who have the possibility to pay for the latest feature, and we have users who are not have the possibility to pay for latest feature. In my opinion, and it would be my advice to you, always use the last free version. In that manner, you will have the possibility to have equal audience, and everybody will have equal access, because those who are having paid versions of some Gen AI tools won't have certain advantage. And that comes also bears another question, which is also important, and which was a colleague from China asked me at last IFLA conference, where I was with colleagues from Krany Library. He said that in China, universities of national interest, they call them like that, have institutional subscription to the latest versions of ChatGPT. I don't know, is there in Slovenia that kind of thing, but I'm sure that in Croatia, universities don't have a subscription for all their employees and students for latest version of ChatGPT. Also, ensure feedback. Ensure feedback from your students, from your pupils, from employees at your school, if you're a school librarian and you have a workshop on general artificial intelligence with other professors and colleagues. Ensure feedback and repeat. It seems obsolete to point it out, but my opinion is that AI courses are not thing to be one shot. They should repeat, we should repeat them at our institutions after certain amount of time, and of course be available, for example, at universities. If you work at a university library, be available to faculties if they invite you to hold course on their faculty, to be able to go there, make a custom-made lecture, use free tools, ensure feedback, and have another go after a few months, and then slowly build the trust in librarian, that librarian is able to provide you with a sufficient knowledge, search strategies, and other things concerning not just databases, library catalogs, but AI tools also. Now, while creating courses, we as librarians should emphasize following. First, AI tools have tendency to fabricate results. AI tools use questionable information resources, given the fact that most of their data is scrapped from the internet and they don't have access to databases, library catalogs, and some copyrighted materials. We always need to point out that our users and librarians and library users should avoid over-reliance on AI, because we are slightly going in a direction where AI users won't cross-check the results that they gain from AI. Also, we need to stress out the importance of AI courses that we are conducting. Garbage in, garbage out concept. If our query is not good enough, if we are, as it says here, putting garbage in, our query is not good enough, the output will also be bad. There is one tremendous scientific article, and I strongly suggest that you read it. It is written by professors from University of Physical Sciences in Tel Aviv, Reshes, Azulay, and Azaria. The title of the paper is ChatGPT is a remarkable tool for experts. There is a need to know how to prompt a query, as it is said, in order to have some kind of result. ChatGPT, which is very important for Slovenian and Croatian and Serbian and Bosnian and Macedonian people, have tendency to discriminate small languages. When you search a prompt in ChatGPT in Croatian or in Serbian, it is a very big large chance that you will get an answer in Serbo-Croatian, which doesn't bother me, but it's interesting thing to point out. As we said before, freemium concept. ChatGPT and other AI tools are not free. That's the reason why we always need to use free versions, in order to ensure that all our users have the equal opportunity to use AI tools. And now, of course, we need to point out upsides of AI. AI tool can be very usable in certain things, in processing a large amount of data, in putting together formal letters, invitees, Christmas cards, and etc. But there is, of course, as we said it before, AI tools, and as we spoke yesterday with Mikkel, AI tools can be interesting when putting together reading lists in libraries. For example, for certain genre of literature. Ability to conduct a search process, find information, and evaluate its use. Sounds familiar? This is a reason why librarians, when they are adequately trained, would be the best solution to teach anybody how to use AI tools. Librarians, besides teaching use of AI tools and teaching general search processes in general, are teaching information literacy. We need to incorporate information literacy teaching into AI courses. That would be the best solution, in my opinion. Here we can see how it looks at this illustration, where we have information literacy course that we already in most libraries are conducting. For example, I have conducted in my library for a long period of time, and we have AI course. My opinion is these two courses should be embedded in a comprehensive information literacy course, which will embed the use of AI tools alongside with other information sources, and in which we will put emphasis on the importance of search process, evaluation of information that we obtain, and their adequate use. Librarians, as educators, when it comes to AI should be more prone to embed these courses together when there is a possibility, and offer one course that will be like an umbrella course for all these skills, and after that, of course, offer specialized or advanced courses for users who want to know more. Now, the title of our presentation is Shaping the Future Together. AI tools are here to stay, but so as the librarians. Librarians have been around much longer than AI tools. And the way to shape the future is to use AI tools, as their name say, as a tool to shape the future. Not to perceive them as a threat, but to perceive them as an opportunity to enhance our services. Nature of our job is changing, of course, but nature of job is changing, has changed numerous times over the course of the years. So it doesn't need to be the fact that now there is an AI tool and the librarians will be annihilated. So the change of nature of our job is not necessarily a bad thing, or in my opinion, it's not a bad thing at all. It gives us possibility to improve ourselves. AI implementation in library services. For example, now there is a possibility to implement AI search engines in library discovery programs. Sure, but on our terms. AI tools are a merchandise sold by companies who are in a hurry to make a profit. In order to make a profit, in order to further develop their products. As colleagues from USA in one opinion article say, their hurry is not our hurry. Therefore, we have a unique role in informed and responsible use of AI. We need to promote values of access, privacy, intellectual property, and etc. Information literacy and critical thinking skills are and will be of utmost importance in the time coming. Now, I wanted to point out once more the following. Use AI and the hype that is around it as a leverage to strengthen your role as an information expert, as an educator, as an informed individual and equal stakeholder within your organization. Yesterday, we have a possibility to listen to our first lecturer, and there was one beautiful picture of Slovenian goalkeeper Jan Oblak saving the penalty from Cristiano Ronaldo. Another picture was Slovenian basketball players being very happy after they win the match. For me personally, I'm a basketball fan, and Luka Doncic is one of the best players in history because of his ability to read and react. That is the thing that we are supposed to do. We need to read what is going on going on in our community when it comes to AI tools and their use, and react to it properly. Take your place at the desk. Don't be afraid to learn new things, and after that, don't be afraid to share your opinion. If you have to wait a little bit before you share your opinion, it is totally okay. Somebody or some people say that librarians are shy, that librarians are afraid to put their opinion, and etc. Librarians are not shy and not afraid. Librarians are prudent. Prudency is a very, very good thing. Promote human-centered AI. AI is a tool. Avoid anthropomorphism, avoid over-reliance. AI is a tool and it should be perceived as a tool. Just the fact that it mimics human answers and gives them in real time doesn't make necessary that you named your AI tool Boštjan or Mojca. It is tool. They don't need to have names. AI for librarians and for humanity in general is here to enhance, not to replace. At the end, I would like to point out following. AI is here to stay, and we will use it as an enhancement. And AI tools will be better. They will be more fine-tuned, they will obtain more information. But always remember, we are the ones at a steering wheel. And at our institutions, librarians should take that steering wheel and steer the changes in the direction where we want them to go. Take advantage of AI tools, don't over-rely on them, and use them to make your working environment better, community where you work more improved, and lives those around you even better. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.